Hello and welcome to Wrestling in Mom's Basement. This is going to be the retro review for Royal Rumble 2003. I, of course, am Patrick Young. This gentleman to my right is my co-host, Joe Venuto.
Royal Rumble 2003 took place on January 19, 2003 from the Fleet Center, now TD Gardens in Boston, Massachusetts. Attendance 15,338. Commentators Uncle Cole, Taz, JR, and Ting. This was a really odd entry in the series as the namesake match is being treated as secondary to almost everything else. Really coming into this show, there's a good argument to be made that Tori Wilson versus Dawn Marie is being treated as a bigger deal than the Rumble itself.
There was definitely a lot more vignettes put in to Tori and Dawn than the Royal Rumble.
So let's get to it. The open video is your standard montage of wrestlers filmed on one music at WrestleMania because the first starts tonight. Big Show versus Brock Lesnar. The winner was in the Rumble and the loser was out in the cold. They did a customary exchange of shoves to start with the fans, almost entirely behind Lesnar. Brock tries to record to Louisville, but the belly works a bit better. A second works just as well, but the third counter with a scary toss over the top. Back in, and we hit the choke, which you can tell is serious because Cole starts talking about show shoe size. Brock comes right back with the release German suplex, but Heyman over to the distraction to break things up. A big boot and a side slam drop Lesnar for all 10 seconds before he's back up with another belly to belly. Cue Heyman that he gets caught at 5 and 10, only to have Showman to save with a choke slam for 2. A second attempt is countered to the sloppy F5 to send Lesnar to the Rumble.
This match was I think Brock and Big Show had better matches in their repertoire with each other.
Mainly their structure match.
Yeah.
I just knew.
Even Survivor Series was better than this one. It was just short, big man stuff.
Yeah, it was short, less than 7 minutes, and it had the only possible ending. It's under a male potential Rumble winners. So it's hard to complain that much. The F5 didn't look great, but it was how the match should have ended. This probably needs to be about it for Big Show as the main event guy, but you know that's not going to be the case, which is part of the problem with SmackDown in 03.
C-.
D+. Chris Jericho is ready to win the Rumble and gets his world title back at WrestleMania. Royal Tag tells Dudley Boyz versus one Regal and Lance Storm. Regal and Storm were defending. Bubba punched the Storm in the corner start and hit something like a spine buster. To really mix things up, Bubba grabs a leg lock for a few seconds. We were handing over to Devon. Regal comes in and gets punched as well, as this is exactly shaking a feeling as a glorified Royal match. The champs take over on Devon with Storm drop tackling him down to a slide knee from Regal in a nice spot. We hit the chin lock, that keeps Devon in trouble. That does the way slow, gets Devon fights up and makes it outside the Bubba for the house clean. Regal takes the watch up, and here's Chief Morley for a distraction to prevent the 3D. It doesn't quite work so well though, as Devon uses the distraction to grab Regal's brace knuckles and knock Storm silly for the pin and title. And then Lawler has this quote, "I'm confused as a baby in a topless bar." He's confused enough too. He also referred to Regal as Steve. During the match, did you hear that one?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
This match was really short. Where the hell's the last 5 minutes of this match short?
Yeah.
Or like the middle 5 minutes of this match short. It went in and went out almost in a bang.
Yeah. This was just a roll match with a title change. And considering Booker T and Goldust never even got a rematch after losing the titles, I had no idea what the figure is here. Were Booker and Goldust really that bad of a team? I know it's a sin to get over without the company swearing off on it, but it's some of the oddest booking of the year in 03, and that covers a lot of ground. Because what's up next? Actually, the next two matches, that covers a lot of ground. The oddest booking of 03.
I gave it C-.
C-. House show ads, which they didn't add off the network, by the way.
Yeah.
I liked having the complete versions, but that was a strange choice to keep it. Nathan Jones vignette, can't wait for that one.
Hot damn.
We did a long recap of the Albertson saga, which still doesn't make much sense, and went on way too long, if this is their big idea. Basically, if you're not, again.
No, go ahead.
Basically, Dawn Marie decides she wanted to destroy Tori Wilson's life, I think.
Yeah.
By marrying Tori's father. She eventually went through with it, but has so much fun with Al on her honeymoon that he died. Dawn blamed...
don't forget that she tried to get Tori, or she said she would stop the wedding if Tori had sex with her.
There was nothing wrong with that segment to an 11-year-old. Okay, you're not even going to try to find fault with that.
I'm not.
Dawn blames Tori for this.
It made me hit puberty like 3 years early.
Dawn blames Tori for this, and the match is on even though it was booked before Al died. And this is all some big con by Dawn. What does she get out of it? Getting a match with Tori, she seems upset. We haven't got anything Dawn saying it was all made up. So I guess we're supposed to take it at face value.
Yeah. Apparently she actually did love Al Wilson.
I know I harp on this a lot, but I still don't get how this was supposed to work. Dawn Marie versus Tori Wilson. Dawn's in regular ring gear and black veil, which makes her look more like Jimmy Jack Funk from the neck up than anything else. She looks better facially, but still.
Yeah.
Her gear, I think Jimmy Jack Funk was on that wrestling place at the show.
Neck down, she's definitely better than Jimmy Jack Funk.
Yeah, Dawn elbows her in the face of the bell, but Tori takes her down. As well as these two are going to be able to do. Tori just called in Fujiwara armbar, or something resembling that. Said now she's covered the story in detail. Well, the Russo Parleys, that's basically everything after Armageddon has been forgotten at this point. Dawn stays on the arm. That'll teach Tori for killing Dawn's husband. And Garrett's a flapjack. They collide in a bad-looking spot, and the boarding chase begin. Dawn actually hits a decent-looking middle rope spinning clothesline, though. That came out of nowhere. Only to fall victim to that horrible swinging neckbreaker that Tori to pin.
This was a very odd choice for this match.
What, they give Tori to win?
No, not that they gave Tori the win.
I know, it's on the Royal Rumble.
I'm just saying this match is just a very odd choice for this feud. Literally, one slept with their father to ruin their life, and the other one may have murdered her husband. Or that's who she blames.
Fascinating.
Yeah, so why isn't this, I don't know, a street fight-ish, something overbooked pile of crap? That would have been at least entertaining.
Or a Braun Panties match.
Or Braun Panties match.
Really well expected here. The feud was at soap opera levels you're going to have, and the wrestlers are both models and a little more. Somehow that's the wrestlers should go full decent with them. And hopefully wraps up the story for good. I know it won't, but it will be nice.
And instead of trying to have a Scotch versus Hackenschmidt classic, for some reason, F.
Eric Bischoff and Stephanie McMahon run into each other in the back with Stephanie being smug about Eric's 30 days to fix roll deal. Eric guesses if her job's safe too, and she doesn't seem worried. Partially because she has her own surprise for roll. As in most cases, both GMs on screen at this point, once it was a big waste of time. Sean O'Hara tells us not to go to church. We recap Scott Steiner versus Triple H. Steiner showed up in November and was immediately shut in a title picture, but hasn't actually had a match yet. Instead, it's been stuff like a pose down, a bench press contest, which didn't happen, arm wrestle, and a push-up contest. The idea is that Steiner can do everything Triple H can and might also be completely insane. The fact that they...
Might be.
The fact that they've been barely able to get physical should be a bit worrisome. But Triple H won't let us down. Raw World title, Triple H versus Scott Steiner. Steiner's challenge, and Triple H is in the ultra rear right trunks. Before the bell, Hebner holds up the title and insists that he's the low right here no matter what. Steiner wins the early slug out, chops him in the corner, followed by the girl press, sends Triple H roll into the floor. The chair's back and sent to a post a few times, and a hard arch whip makes his back even worse. We hit a Boston Crab for a bit with Triple H curled in the reverse for a few seconds. That's not very noteworthy. But Steiner fall over when the hole is broken. Isn't the most encouraging sign. The face busters are sold, and we had a quickly broken beer hug. Steiner gets in the first nut of the belly for 2 and 4, pulls him out at 4. Back in, Steiner charges in a boot to the face before being sent into the steps for good measure. Troy stomps and chokes the core with Flair and a choking of his own. And none of my breaker gets 2 for Jim, and you can see how winded Steiner already is. Flair chokes on the ropes again to fill in as much time as possible for Steiner versus Pedigree. Scott Cap pulls him into the buckle and grabs his second overhead suplex before just collapsing next to the ropes. We're not even 9 minutes in the match and the guy can't even stand up. Steiner picks him up for what looks like a too soon, and you figure he's going to go with the labor. Triple H slips down and tries a diamond cutter, but Steiner goes backwards with it like a regular neck breaker. In order to work with Diamond Dallas Page, he can't take a standard face first bump. We can hear the crowd lose their patience with this one. Flair plays cheerleader, and the fans actually cheer for Triple H, who may be bored at this time, but he's at least looking confident here.
At least he's also not blown up either. Yeah,
the champ dives into another running suplex, but Steiner still can't follow up. Some Steiner lines up suplexes 4, 5, and 6. followed by a spin version for 2. Steiner tries a tire bomb and falls down. Joel is straight up booing from the face. The announcer is trying hard as they can to make Steiner selling a threat here. As goes Bailey, as you expect. Triple H heads up top, says a superplex for 2 more. That's enough to set Triple H to 4 battle, but Steiner's in done it and drives him back. As lame as and that would be, it was the right call at this point. A bell shot to Triple H's head draws some blood, and they continue to stagger around ringside with no idea what to do. And another belly-to-belly knife suplex title. Sends Triple H outside again, and they brawl into the crowd because this match just can't end. Back in again with Steiner doing the push-ups and laboring for some right hands into the corner. Now Flair tries to get the referee side of the match, but the referee keeps going because he's that kind of evil. Steiner hates the match as much as everyone else does, so he throws Henry outside, but that's not a DQ either. The 10 suplex gets 2, and you can see Steiner looking desperate. Triple H gets a low blow and rolls Steiner for 2. That's following up for Triple H as he grabs Sledgehammer and hits Scott in the reverse for 2, earning a chorus of moves that will make Roman Reigns proud.
This match is like maybe the most famous match on the show because this is such trash. You know when they say Triple H's reign of terror pretty much buried all the WCW talent that came over the years before. Maybe they kind of had a reason to do that. No offense to Booker T or whoever. Well, Booker T and Goldberg.
No, it's revenge to Steiner, so.
Yeah. I'm separating Goldberg from Scott Steiner here.
Right.
Maybe there was a reason.
For once,
Booker T, you'll get your title reign in like
3 years.
3 years. So.
For once, this can't be blamed with Triple H and this time, who's just stuck in a horrible situation and couldn't do anything with it. To be fair, though, no one was going to be able to get anything past out of this. Out of this mess. Steiner wasn't ready for this match. I had no business doing more than 5 minutes, let alone 18. The interesting thing here, though, is the first 8 minutes ran more than well enough. It was a poor start, but it was nowhere near a disaster or even really bad. The problem is the second half of the match where everything falls apart. You'll hear a lot of comparisons between this Steiner and Brock Lesnar Suplex City. But the key is the delivery. Lesnar suplexes the heck out of people that pops up to do it again. Steiner was suplex Triple H here and then taking 20 seconds to get his feet with pure exhaustion.
Somehow Triple H got up before him a lot of times.
Well, you can see wrestlers go 20 minutes without even breathing hard. There's no excuse for a main event really passing out for exhaustion in the first 10 minutes. There's a reason this is remembered so horribly, and it's born and lives down to his reputation.
Yeah. F.
N. For not Triple H. not Triple H's fault.
Should have been Triple H. That should have been the rating.
Post-match, yes, there's more. Steiner hits him with a sledgehammer and grabs the side of the recliner, and JR says there's no way out of this hold.
Even though didn't Triple H somehow escape it?
Yes. And all words,
more or less by Steiner falling over.
And all words, yes, they're actually doing a rematch. Bishop eventually comes out and gets Steiner off with Triple H, as the fans are so apathetic for saying this. We recap Chris Benoit versus Kurt Angle. Thankfully. Kurt won the title with help from his new agent, Paul Heyman, who also represents Big Show. Benoit beats Show to become the new normal contender, and you know this is going to be a classic no matter what. That being said, there's not much of a secret to the fact they're building towards Lesnar versus Angle at this point. At least we can have an incredible match on the way there. Up next, I know we're going to tell Chris Benoit versus Kurt Angle, and a match will steal my top 100 list at the end of all this.
Yeah.
I'm pretty. Well, I don't know about him. I know for a fact for me.
I'm not sure if I'm rating it higher because the previous 2 matches, or well, more or less the previous 1 match, because at least the match before it had Tori and Dawn Marie. That one had blown out Scott Steiner and a fat, red, tight-wearing Triple H.
This was fat, though.
Yeah.
That's how Angle's defending, but Benoit still team Angle starts as a double injection. Chris tries a right quick sharpshooter, which tactical the Wilson grab for some reason. Set Angle outside of a breather. Back in, another leg hold sends Angle to the ropes as he seems to have a long time here. Benoit usually wins the battle of the chops and gets 2 of a clothesline to the back of the head. ADT on the apron makes things even worse. The Angle rolls away from a swan dive. The Angle slams reverse though, and we hit the sharpshooter. Angle grabs the ropes as well as the belly to belly. After that last match, I was surprised those weren't banned. The belly to bellies. To really take over the first side.
Well, when they're actually going to do it, they're actually going to pop up and do it again.
We hit the chin lock with a biceps on Benoit. for a bit before a double clothesline, put both guys down. Back up, they trade German suplexes with Benoit. They remember it. Chris takes too long to go on top though, and Angle runs to the corner for the belly-to-belly superplex. The crossface goes on a few seconds later with Benoit switching to the ankle lock. That's like a bingo free space in an angle match. You always got to count an ankle lock.
Yeah.
You always got to put Kurt in ankle lock. Kurt's ankle lock is reversed into the crossface, which is reversed into a roll, which is reversed right back into the crossface just as his face says sound. I know this is feet for an angle slam, but there's no cover. There goes the strap now, and it's back into the ankle lock. Benoit is to a roll, but the announcers are losing their minds, rightfully so. Kurt is sick of the submission stuff, tries the German suplex, only to have Benoit reverse it into a release version, drawing quite the round of applause with Angle 3/4 of the way across the ring. Benoit hits the best looking swan dive I've ever seen from him for delayed 2. Angle grabs a powerbomb, but drops Benoit face first onto the buckle, followed by an arm slam for 2. Actually, I'd say the best looking swan dive I've ever seen. Period. Not just from him.
Yeah.
We're right back to the crossface, but Angle rolls through into the ankle lock, which can't be reversed this time. The lock is the one he's set, only to get caught in the ankle lock again. Chris tries to pull him into the crossface, but Angle holds on and does the grapevine to finally make Benoit tap because he was beaten and he knew it.
Yeah, that was way in a different universe compared to Triple H and Steiner. Just incredible back and forth, reversals and submissions. Just incredible work from both men.
This was my match tonight, by the way.
By far, match of the night.
I've seen this match several times now, and I'm still exhausted just watch it. These guys are beating the heck out of each other with everything looking anywhere from great to unbelievable. That swan dive in particular. This was outstanding stuff, and one of the best wrestling matches I've ever seen. Straight up wrestling. I mean, there's also a bit of a Triple H versus Cactus Jack vibe to it for me. With Angle being back in the corner and having to fight only to prove that he is indeed a better man, at least on this site. Which ironically that happened 3 years from.
Yeah.
Check this out if you haven't seen it in a while, or just because it's worth seeing multiple times.
A+.
A+. Definitely on my one top 100 matches list.
It'll probably make
all out weekend.
Yeah.
If it's an A+ rating, it's probably a good count.
Yeah.
unless you rate 100 matches A+.
Well, no, when we went through it before, I think like the entire list was like A+.
Or at least A+ is at
A+s and then like maybe a few A's. Yeah.
I actually got some watching pay-per-views, by the way.
Yeah.
We're doing that all out weekend, not SummerSlam weekend.
Yes.
Benefit of having 2 pay-per-views in August. Enter an anthology ad. I'm telling you, these ads are very bizarre on this show. But while gets the big stand ovation, which probably should have sent him to a world title shot, at least at WrestleMania. Instead, it was a spot in a 3-way for the tag team titles. Because that's how WWE worked in 2003.
That didn't even make the show, did it?
Yes, it did.
I did. No.
It was Kane RVD that didn't make the show.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of, yeah.
They were Benoit and Rhino, Shawn and Haas, and Aiden Chamba.
Yeah, okay.
Robert and McCain agreed as everything from Sunset Royal Rumble, 90-second intervals, though Fink says 2 minutes. With Shawn Michaels at number 1, Chris Jericho number 2, and Duff Ellis at least Shawn starting to look like a wrestler again. I said the time think he was back in Survivor Series because he was like skinny too. Like he just come back in and the ugly ass outfit. And his hair was growing back again. He had like a little Dutch boy. Actually, hang on a second, this is Christian though, and Jericho close. Instead of Chris himself. Cue Jericho from the ring to hit Shawn low. One heck of a beatdown suits with Jericho busts Shawn open with cheers. Christopher Nowinski's in at number 3. He's willing to sit on the floor while Jericho beats on Shawn some more and usually eliminate him. Nowinski's still on the floor, is very mysterious at number 4. Ray tries to speed things up and slips out of a gorilla press, only to get punched out to the apron. As usual, Jericho celebrates early and he's trying to get in the ropes. Nowinski finally gets in and is edged in at number 5. Outside Nowinski, that's quite the first 4.
Yeah.
Shawn, Ray, Edge, and Jericho. Spears abound as Ray gets back into it, and Nowinski stay outside but not eliminated. Jericho sent a post at full reverse to 4. Ray and Edge shake hands and go at it with Ray hitting the 619. But he gets powerbomb, put both guys down. It's Christian at number 6 to continue the trend.
Christian!
To reform the team with an offer to reform the team with Edge. Banner's been speared, but here's Nowinski throw Edge and Mysterio on the apron. Charles Guerrero's in number 7. As SmackDown strong with this Rumble. And the talent level still high.
Yeah.
Ray and Chavo do a quick lucha sequence with a 619 summit springboard series. Second time, Chavo eats a 619 of his own, followed by Hurricane Raleigh to get rid of Nowinski. Jericho comes back in. For a hard close on Yuri Mysterio, here's Tajiri, and at number 8. Things settle down a bit with Chavo choking Jericho corner and Tajiri not being able to make Christian. Bill DeMott is at number 9. And attacks various people in short order. The fans are exactly thrilled here as we're waiting on the big game to clean out some of these names. Tommy Dreamer is at number 10 to give us Dreamer, Jericho, Edge, Christian, Chavo, Tajiri, DeMott. Dreamer brings weapons with him, and Edge knocks DeMott out with a kendo stick. Jericho and Christian hit a trash can Leo on Dreamer, and get rid of him without much effort. Tajiri takes them both down with a handspring elbow, but the tarantula is easy to work up, allowing Jericho to get rid of him. B2, still with the seat interesting, is at number 11, and Edge gets rid of him in less than 30 seconds. Chavo speared out next, followed by a bloody Jericho from a Dreamer kendo stick shot, done by Edge and Christian to leave himself all alone. Robert Damon is at number 12, because Edge and Van Dam versus Christian and Jericho was out of the question for some reason. Super Kick has Jericho in trouble, and he's catapulted all the way to the apron. Matt Hardy, who strongly dislikes mustard, is at number 13, and drops Rob with a side effect. Van Dam gets double teamed for a bit until he flips over Jericho, kicks Matt in the face for good measure. The 5-star has Jericho and his Eddie Guerrero at number 14. We get a rehash of Eddie versus Van Dam from last year. That's not a bad thing. Until Matt helps Eddie some ugly frog splash. That earns Eddie a twist of fate. Eddie is smarter than that. And it's Jeff Hardy at number 15. Jeff doesn't buy the reunion idea either. Like, they won't buy a Hardy's reunion in like 03 or beyond. And beats Matt up, only to have Shannon Moore dive onto Matt to save him from the Swanton. That's not when Jeff said he crushes both of them. As Rosie's at number 16. Matt gets backdrop to the apron as eliminations have slowed way down. Tess is at number 17 just to clean house and build without eliminating one. You know, because Rosie needs to stick around. A rapid John Cena is at number 18, giving us reasons why he's going to win this. The camera stays on him for once, and it's not the biggest problem. Stuff is going on in the ring right now. Van Dam beats him up on the floor, maybe for wrestling jeans. Instead of jeans shorts for jeans. That must just why Van Dam went all the way down for. But that was a weird look. We'll see it. Yeah. And it's Charlie Haas at number 19. Where Lesnar on Taylor to clear these people out. Jeff tries to run up the corner, so Rob eliminates him, still leaving us with 4 people. Rikishi's at number 20, giving us Rikishi, Jericho, Rob Van Dam, Matt Hardy, Eddie Guerrero, Rosie, Tess, Cena, and Haas. Rosie and Rikishi have like a weird family reunion. As Shannon comes in to protect Matt, that just hurts him a double stick face, or at least it will have a Rosie and close on Rikishi instead. Jamal is at number 21 to super kick Rikishi, who pops right back over a stick face for his brother, I believe. Jamal
Umaga, yeah.
Yeah,
brother.
For Rikishi, okay. Tane's at number 22 clean. I get them all confused.
Yeah, Umaga is the uncle of the Usos.
Right, sorry. Tane's at number 22 clean house, but he brings Rico in. Rico was out there for 4-minute warning. He brings Rico in with a chokeslam to fill up the ring even more. Rosie's tossed at Harry as a double chokeslam for Matt and Shannon. Sean measures in at 23 as the ring is way too full with a lot of people. You know how I like my rumbles, like 10 people, like 7 people most in the ring. 8 people.
Yeah.
In there, it was 11 people in there plus Shannon and Rico at various times. They all fight near the ropes, and it's Booker T at number 24. We go to a weird close up, by the way. It was like for an axe kick on Kane. And there's the spin of Rudy. Eddie gets backdropped out. Eddie's the first one out of this group. And it's A-Train at number 25. I'll go get A-Train bomb, choke bomb. Point Cena, another one has Van Dam, and Rikishi super kicks A-Train in the face. Jericho is sent to the apron again, but here's a bandage Shawn go to Jericho, allowing Tess to knock him out. Shawn stays on Jericho, and that's the WrestleMania match. Maven's in number 26, because this match needed 2 tough enough names. And goes into Kane and slow down. Goldust is in number 27, that doesn't even last a minute, before Team Angle pulls him out. They did the same to Booker T a few seconds later, making sure the Booker T and Goldust team is swiftly beaten again. Batista is in number 28 and gets rid of Tess after 18 minutes or longer at Edge and Mysterio combined for Tess.
Of course.
And Rikishi. No, not Rikishi, Batista got rid of Rikishi. Brock Lesnar's in number 29 becomes the most obvious winner since, well, last year with Triple H. Since 2002 with Triple H, actually. He wastes no time to get rid of Team Angle before throwing Matt onto both of them. Now that's how you clear out some buys. Undertaker's at number 30 to go up pretty strong final group, and Maven, of Undertaker, Rob Van Dam, Cena, Jamal, Kane, A-Train, Maven, Batista, Lesnar. Not the worst field, actually, for the number 3 spot.
Yeah.
Maven. Undertaker, don't Cena. Not Maven. Undertaker, don't Cena, which could have set up a heck of a WrestleMania match today. But yes, we want a reality show moment instead at WrestleMania 33 when the match should have happened.
That actually didn't go long term.
Yes, you did want that.
Which is now going to be awkward if you watch it in hindsight.
Yes, you did want that. And Kevin Dunn told us so. Because he produces Still Leaders.
Yeah.
And Jamal, no offense to the manga, but why was he still here at this point in the match? Before Maven hits the same dropkick as last year on Taker. This time it's no effect, though it did make Maven celebrate and a bit amusing.
To be funny on the Taker again, yeah.
After Maven's lost shout, A-Train bomb on Taker. Van Dam and Kane get rid of A-Train, we're down to 5. Kane loads up Robin, grill press, and throws him out in a smart move. Not a heel turn, but a smart move. RV was simple.
Yeah.
Batista Kane put down with a double clothesline his time with Lesnar's Undertaker. Dash broke up before anything can happen. Though, and the Bros instructions start taking over. Brock takes care of Batista and Kane, so we can the Undertaker showdown. That 5's count. Brock takes the tombstone, followed by Undertaker, double Batista and Kane. Batista comes back in and eats a chair shot, leaving Brock to eliminate Undertaker for the win.
There was a good Rumble in there somewhere, like the first part of it, when it was mostly Jericho doing a lot of things that imitated Shawn Michaels, and
yeah,
he was in the ring for a lot of the strong parts. However, there were parts of this Rumble where it filled up for pretty much no reason, almost, and filled up a little too much. I agree with you there.
I did like the Final 4, by the way. Or Final 6.
Yes.
Yeah, Final 6 I thought was
Final 6 was good, yeah.
Yeah, it's
but it kind of had elements of good Rumbles and elements of bad Rumbles. I'd probably put it somewhere in the middle.
Yeah, there was a really bad dead spot in the middle, though, as some of the choices were all over the place. Test, Jamal, or Rikishi all get over 14 minutes, while Los Guerreros, Edge, and Mysterio were all anchor-falls. But the ending was the right call. The Final 4 wasn't a bad group at all, and having Lesnar double Undertaker wins is as good a move as it could be.
Yeah.
There was very little build to this match, and they did well enough with it while they could. It's not a terrible Rumble, but there are many better options. Fix the middle part, get rid of people at a faster clip, and it's a great one. But as is, it's just pretty good. That could have been great.
Yeah.
Then again, for this year, that's quite the compliment. The big problem here, though, is how weak the mid-card and lower card is. Maybe it's just the way some of them were booked, but aside from Lesnar, Undertaker, maybe Jericho, was anyone real threatening to win here. Having all these winners fine, but it would be nice to build up someone else as possible later.
I gave it like a B-.
Overall B. Rating B. Overall rating.
Overall rating, I'm giving the show C-. The first 4 matches, the first 2 definitely need more time.
Yeah, that was their issues.
And somehow the next 2 matches got TV time instead of more time to those matches. However, Benoit and Eddie, Benoit and Angle was a fantastic match. But yes, we did have sort of a black hole in the middle, and the Rumble actually ended up kind of underachieving as well. So I'm actually going to give it like a C.
I gave it a B-. The World title matches cancel each other out, literally. It's the highest grade you can get and off the charts. That's for the Rumbles there make up for enough in the lower card. Lesnar win was obvious out of here, but the rest of the show to really carry things. Angle versus Bill was must see, obviously. Cena versus Triple H maybe as well, if you're into unintentional comedy. The rest of the show, though, and there's nothing to see there. It's a perfectly good show, but the problems are very big, and the Rumble isn't good enough to make it a classic.
Yeah.
Our show for next Monday. We're going to Philly now. WWE Survivor Series 2006.
You were at the show, weren't you?
Yes.
I don't think I've ever seen this one in full. I've seen parts of it. Yeah, that's a very bad rating.
Look at all the recommendations.
None.
Awesome. Well, a nice recommendation of Cage Match of 4. I'm a nice score of on Cage Match 4.7.
Yep, very nice score.
And no recommendations. Survivor Series 8-man tag team elimination match. Team 4: Dusty, Rick, Ron, Simmons, and Slaughter versus the Spirit Squad. Johnny Kane, Mikey, and Mickey. United States title match: Chris Waller, Chavo Guerrero. Women's title match: Mickey James versus Leah. Survivor Series 10-man tag team elimination match. Team DX, CM Punk, Jeff Hardy, Matt Hardy, Shawn Michaels, and Triple H versus Team Ray RKO. And probably my favorite match. I'm not sure if it's the best match, but it's my favorite match probably tonight because it's the most memorable. And
it's definitely the most entertaining.
Edge, Gregory Helms, Giant Nitro, Mike Knox, and Randy Orton, and Team DX is an all-star team. First blood match: Mr. Kennedy versus Stormtaker. Survivor Series 10-man tag team elimination match. On paper, it should probably be better than what it is, though. Looking at the people on it. Yeah. Team Cena and Lashley, Cena, Kane, RVD, and Sabu. Team Big Show, Finley, MVP, Test, the Big Show, and Umaga. It sounds like it should be better than 1 day and 12 minutes and 39 seconds.
Yeah.
And World title match main event: Batista versus King Booker. I can tell you from the show, all I remember is being there live. Is all I remember from the DX match. So see you next week for that. See you next week.